Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Hollywood After Dark. 12/29/22, 2 days away from New Year's. For a couple days post-Christmas, but we're given a great gift. Andrew Tate has been arrested in Romania. You might be asking yourself, what the fuck does this have to do with movies? Well, we're going to be talking about what could be the most epic biopic ever produced by Hollywood about a crazy, crazy mofo that captivates the internet because he's just, well, entertaining. Let's fucking go. Hey, what's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? Welcome to the party. Welcome to the show. It is, of course, Hollywood After Dark. We're live, 9:48 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's a couple days away. I'll tell you, the end of the year, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to 2023. I have good feelings about 2023. I think it's going to be a nice, good, fun year full of a lot of interesting situations because apparently I'm just that kind of guy. I keep getting myself in a lot of trouble. I keep poking the bear, if you will. However, to be fair, to be truthful, to keep it up to date with you guys, I did reach out to RMB and tried to, I sent him a nice message, waiting for everything to kind of, roll itself over a little bit. And of course, it's going to be, we'll see what happens with that. I didn't want it to be hyperbolic. I didn't want it to be, posturing on the internet. Nothing along those lines. Just a little conversation. So we'll see what is going to be happening. Either way, man, today has just been a crazy, crazy day because of this Andrew Tate stuff, which we're going to dive into pretty quick. Real quick, though, right off the bat, Ryan Hartwell with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Ryan. Says, I'm here to report that Tara Strong is going to voice one of the characters in the indie web series Boxtown. Charlie Gavin confirmed on his Discord. Ryan has been an ardent supporter as well as an updater for what's been going on with Boxtown. Looks like they hit their goal pretty well. And they are on their way to becoming a truly independent web series, which will hopefully actually do pretty well for them. I'm hopeful for some stuff, for instance, some smaller properties to maybe do a little bit better in 2023. As much as I love tentpole movies, as much as I love things like that, I find myself to be more fascinated by what has come out of the smaller creator. And in fact, tonight, at the end of everything, at the end of the show, the last thing we're going to watch is a 6-minute short film that was written and directed by AI. Somebody got ChatGTP to write and direct, like block out a script. And then an actual filmmaker went and made it. I haven't watched it. We're going to check it out because we need to see. We need to see if artificial intelligence is going to be the death of Hollywood. So that should be something very interesting. Ralph here says, welcome to the BTR edition of HWAD. Here's the thing with that. You're kind of right with it kind of being pseudo Boulder Talk Radio, but at the same time, you're not right because this is something that this is entertainment. And the entertainment industry is absolutely going to dive into the whole thing with Andrew Tate. Let's just be fair about that for a second. The whole thing is going to happen, right? I mean, it's the whole thing is going to go down the way like that. Right. So, I think that's really just what you have to know about that is, just where we are. It's just, that's kind of just, the internet, the Hollywood is going to find a way to talk about this. And I want to sit there and throw my hat in the ring for who I think should direct it because it's going to be very fascinating. But in the meantime, to start things off, we do have to kind of pour one out for Ruggero Deodato. I'm going to mispronounce it, but the director of Cannibal Holocaust dies at the age of 83. And, here's the thing. I'll admit I haven't seen Cannibal Holocaust. It's one of those things where it's like, I know how visceral the movie is. I've seen stills and a couple clips here and there. I've never watched the whole thing, but there's no denying that this man's influence on not only cinema verite, but indie cinema in general, like his long-lasting legacy in regards to just torture porn and horror movies and things like that. Because, man, no one is going to leave a legacy quite like him. Yeah, sure, he may not be a household name. You might have heard of Cannibal Holocaust, but not much about the director. Remember, this was a guy who was brought up on charges of like murder because of how visceral the movie looked. Like they literally tried to get him arrested for it. Of course, it never, ever, ever happened. The cool guy says here, Live Links, the movie. Yeah, Live Leaks, not Live Links. Live Links is something totally different. That's a late night phone chat dating thing, party line, whatever you want to call it. But we got Live Leaks, the movie. Also, pour one out for Live Leaks that ended up getting taken down a couple of years ago. Unfortunately, that's gone. I mean, there's a lot there that you may never want to watch, but it was a repository for the fucked up. And also, that's right here. Lord Slug does remind us that Pele passed away as well. He died at the age of 82, I believe, or 83. They were the same age, roughly. Unfortunately, Pele died. Unfortunately, Ruggero Deodato died. It's a sad day for sports and entertainment, but we still get a laugh at Andrew Tate getting arrested. So joining me is Caden. What's up, Caden? Or should I say my yes man?
Oh, yeah.
There was some accusations made against that the other night as well.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Your dog. Are you at Max's house? What's going on there?
No, it's just I gave my dog a little treat, and now they're wanting more and just bark.
You say that like I gave my dog a little treat, man. Like the fuck does it? Like I gave it a CBD gummy, man.
That's exactly what I did, basically.
They have CBD for dogs?
Yes, they do.
That's nuts, man. I haven't even taken CBD for humans. Fucking dogs, man. Shit.
Yeah. Like there is, and you give it to them, for them to relax and to actually go to sleep. And
yeah.
And so I just gave her a little some, and sometimes she reacts to it, like barks for a little bit, and then
calms down.
Yeah,
that can happen. I mean, kids are the same way. If you ever give them any of those those kind of like. Like was it like Zabby's, whatever, sleeping like melatonin for kids. It's like night candy for kids. And you sometimes have to do it. Like going on a trip or whatever. Like when we were on the cruise ship, we used it because you just don't know. You just don't know like how the kids are going to react and stuff. It was so funny because like my eldest daughter, she had a little bit of trouble sleeping on the first night, was fine for the rest of it. Then on the last night, like we had just gone to bed. We'd already gotten packed up. I had just laid down. She wakes up and she fucking Ralphs, right? The last night of the cruise, she Ralphs. And then my girlfriend's like, look, can you take her? Because I'm tired. I said, yeah, it's fine. So we go walking around the cruise ship. Everyone's asleep. The only thing that's open is the pizza restaurant because they have it's open until 3:00 in the morning. So I'm like, you hungry? She's like, well, I just vomited. I'm like, yeah, you're probably a little hungry.
It's like,
so I'm like, well,
you might want to eat.
You might want it. So we went to the pizza place and ended up getting her and I just split a pizza. It was a little small pizza, but it was just a fun little moment. We just kind of hung out and we were just talking and everything. And, and then she went back to bed and felt fine and stuff. I'm just saying, those are the moments you remember the most. Like, hey, remember when your kid fucking yacked on the cruise ship? That's always a good time. But so anyway, there's a lot to get to tonight. There's definitely a lot to get to here. I want to start off by giving people who don't know who Andrew Tate is a little bit of idea about who Andrew Tate was.
I was like, I want to show these two like videos that are very important to like the short YouTube shorts.
Yeah, if you got a couple of those lined up, I've got the Greta Thunberg video and I've got his arrest video queued.
Well, because he did Barstools.
Yeah.
Because Josh Richards, Brianna, and I can't remember his name, the main guy.
I don't know. I mean, I know who they are.
They have this podcast and they had Andrew Tate on, and it's pretty hilarious and honestly, it's very revealing and.
Well, and so if you could, I'll read this off if you want to prep that.
Yeah.
Well, we'll do that here. So his name is Emery Andrew Tate III. He's
Oh,
an American British social media personality, businessman, and former professional kickboxer. Clearly got hit in the head one too many times. Following his kickboxing career, he began offering paid courses and memberships through his website and later rose to fame as an internet celebrity. His misogynistic commentary has resulted in his suspension from several social media platforms. Tate is being detained for 24 hours since December 29, 2022 by Romanian officials in relation to allegations of human trafficking, rape, and forming an organized crime unit related to his webcam studio. Not only
yeah.
that, but he claims to own like all of these
Oh,
casinos in Romania, and there's all these allegations about him working
well,
with like the Romanian mob or whatever.
right. Hold on.
That's what
Actually,
I'm saying. Like when you talk, look at this here. Look at the top part of this article. This article is about a person who's currently involved in a current arrest. Information may change rapidly as the event progresses. You know, like not even
right.
Chat GTP can keep up with this shit. Like it's just this is why it's so funny. So when I say that like Martin Scorsese should direct the biopic of this guy, already off the bat, I'm nailing it, right? Like I'm telling you guys,
Yeah.
like Scorsese would under like dealing with the Russian mafia, dealing with a kickboxer. So I mean, look at just Scorsese's, you got Raging Bull, all right. You've got like Wolf of Wall Street type mentality, fucking Goodfellas type mentality, casino
Yeah.
type mentality, like
Everything.
this guy is a
It's a
fucking
living.
criminal.
It's a living embodiment of Martin Scorsese films.
Yeah, right. So what I love about that, see, here's go here. Oh, here we go. We got the first kind of defense of the night. Romanian police and country are corrupt, according to Darskipio here.
Or
It's
the
pretty.
most recent uh personification of this type of person is Duke Cody from Glass Onion,
A little bit, yeah, a little
but
bit.
like more extreme and um you
Look at
know.
this. Look at this though from
Oh my
Loda
God.
Iota. You hate him because he's ripped though. Same reason you hate Uwe Boll. I don't hate Uwe Boll. I'm actually probably one of the only assholes that talks relatively highly of the man. I just like I want to get a peek in his brain. Like I would talk to Andrew Tate, but it's just him putting on a show and shit. That's the thing. He's fucking entertaining. Like he's entertaining. That's why you'd have to have like someone who could embody the scumminess of Andrew Tate for an actual biopic, but the movie is going to be fucking epic, right?
Oh
It's
my
going to be
God.
fucking like you got to understand. Like here's the thing too. I'll just comment. Tate is a psyop character, fake person, may as well be an AI. Entirely possible, right?
It
Entirely
might as well
possible.
be a social experiment as well.
Yeah, like, but this guy, but the thing is though, this guy, if you think about it, just like right off the bat, he understands what really makes the internet tick. Because up to about 6 months ago, no one really heard of this guy, like on a
Yeah,
widespread scale.
yeah, like the crazy thing is that yeah, you would see clips of him on TikTok and YouTube clips and Instagram
But there's
Reels,
a
whatever.
reason for that, though.
There
And that's
was.
the Hustler University thing.
Right.
Because what he would do is like you pay this guy $50 a month and he'll be like, I'm going to make you a better man. I'm going to make your dick grow big with fat cash. Like he's all this shit, right? And then he's
Do
like,
they
you pay
get
him.
DDLs or whatever?
I don't even know.
Dominion or GDE, whatever.
I don't know. But what he does is he's basically like like to kind of quote CoffeeZilla, because I watched a CoffeeZilla video on him tonight.
Yeah.
He's kind of like, the surrogate father you never had. Like your dad goes out for smokes and never came back, but here's Andrew Tate for $50 a month to take up that role. And really it's all just a scam. You pay for access to the Discord server. The Discord server is like the community. These guys, there's like 100,000 people in there. He's making like 5 million a month. Look, there's no denying that the guy has made a lot of money in the last year off of
Yeah.
this shit. But part of what he did was he got all of those people who signed up to like advertise for him, to
Hmm.
clip out his content, to share it around. And like, that's why it got everywhere as fast as it did, because and that's it's a pyramid, but it's a smart pyramid. Like and I don't mean that in like an actual, you should do this sort of way. I mean it like if you're gaming the system, which is what he was doing it quite well. And then it just became too hot to handle, and it just kind of blew up, and there was the backlash. And the problem with Andrew Tate was he's all gas, no brakes. That's the problem with Andrew Tate.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So he's
And
all
also,
yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, like what's funny is that like, like that he it, And the like, oh yeah, something else when the video is shown.
Yeah. So yeah, let me know when you're ready to show it.
Yeah, I'm ready whenever
Okay.
you
So
are.
all I'm saying is just like this guy, in a moment like that, when you have the internet against you in that particular fashion, it is wise to just kind of back the fuck off for a little bit. It really is. Like, let it. I see when I had my fuck up a couple of years ago, like I didn't back off. I was like, everyone is telling me just keep going, just keep going, just keep going. Act like nothing happened. That only made it worse. It only made it worse because everyone's like, why aren't you reacting to what's happening? And it's all like, because I'm just keeping moving. I'm just moving forward. And they're like, no, you can't do that. And it literally started attracting like channels with like millions of subs to come after me. And like, I was like, maybe I should back off a bit, but it's like, again, this is the internet. Like it's fucking nuts, man.
Yeah.
It's like, Music Man here does ask, but shouldn't we ask why people gravitate towards people like Andrew Tate or Kevin Samuel or Jordan Peterson?
Well, there's people as in young, impressionable men. That's the people that are gravitating.
Yeah. So like, here's the thing though, is like even earlier today before he got arrested, Andrew Tate tweeted out that, basically like men are like, what, hold on. I want to find the one here. I've got a bunch of stuff, but we'll just go find it real quick because he says crazy shit. And then he said this, he retweeted this from December 9th. Men go through so much pain that they will never talk about it because they know that nobody cares. All right. Then he says, the women who love them do. We wish you guys actually would talk about feelings more out loud. Oh, this woman says here, that doesn't mean you're weak. A vulnerable man is amazing. We love that. The thing is though, he's not wrong when he says this in the cultural space.
Yeah.
Right. Literally in the cultural space right now, if you're a man, you can't talk about your feelings like this. Like you will get mocked. You shouldn't be, but like,
especially like if we're like, really going in like, hold on. My phone's
I know what you're trying to say here. Spherical Manor says young, impressionable men like Max. Yeah, RJ, send me a link to his website. We'll take a look at that real quick. So, but I'm just saying it's like, he's not wrong about this, right? So like back in the day when I like before Gamergate and everything else, right? When I was big in the anti-feminism side of things, part of one thing that resonated well with the audience that I had was by saying like men's issues don't get talked about. If you mention men's issues, you would just get labeled a men's rights activist and that would be immediately shut down. But the thing is like, I actually know most of the prominent men's rights activists, and they just wanted men's issues to be talked about. If you think about it, if you look at it through the lens of how the military handled PTSD, they ignored it for years, right? They called it, shell shock in Vietnam, right? And it was, they called it different things, never addressing that as post-traumatic stress disorder. And only recently did they start really talking about that issue and how it impacts soldiers. So it's like these things take time to kind of get into the public conversation. Same with CTE and football. These things take time to get there. But for some reason in our social media space, if a man comes out and says, I have a problem or I feel a certain way, it gets downplayed left and right. No one fucking cares. And that's why people like Andrew Tate do well. That's why the anti-feminist movement was able to blow up as well as it did. A lot of the people who were in that ended up kind of walking away from it because they realized that like you're kind of like reinforcing a lot of negative stereotypes. And it's also like, it can be kind of scummy and shit. Cause both parties, men, women, whatever, they all have their issues. But in these particular situations though, a lot of these guys don't feel like they have anyone to talk to. Mental health is not something that's entirely affordable, right? Getting therapy is not affordable to many people. So if you don't have health coverage, if you don't have health insurance, who the fuck are you going to talk to? And and you listen to people who sit there and go, any man who fucking who cries is weak, right? And there's that concept of toxic masculinity, which is a real issue. And so what Andrew Tate here does is he's very toxic masculinity type guy, but then he says this kind of shit right here, which is meant to show the vulnerable side, which is going to show other dudes that it's like, yeah, he feels like I do. So it's absolutely a fucking a crazy ass motherfucking thing. All right. Caden had to dip out for a hot sec, but
back,
he's back. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, it's like I was gonna bring up the here. You got is your video ready?
Yeah.
All right.
So this is the podcast, and there's like,
Yes, here, Andrew Tate. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on. So we were, while you were in the waiting room, we went around the horn. So Josh is the one who's like, yep, we got to get this guy on the show. Going to be a huge episode. Up top, Bree and O'Malley were like, we researched them yesterday, and everybody's a buzz. Watched all your clips, and I'm just a little bit confused. So we got people coming at it from 3 different angles. So you do a million different things. Reading the prep sheet, kickboxer, Mensa, you run.
Oops, sorry. There we go.
I do. Yeah, you're right. I do a million different things. It's eclectic. I understand that if you look from the outside and it's the first time trying to understand how it all works. I get it. It's a bit confusing.
So then that's probably a perfect segue. If you were introducing yourself, how would you describe yourself? Like, what do you do? Who are you?
Yeah, elevator pitch.
Yes.
Elevator pitch.
Yeah.
Andrew Tate, 4-time kickboxing world champion. And I've conquered the internet. I decided to conquer it and I took it and it's all mine. So that's.
I do want to pause there real quick because he says he conquered the internet. And as we've seen is that he conquered it in the way that everyone doesn't like him.
Yeah, I know. It's because the thing is, like, again, when you're all gas, no brakes.
Yeah.
And you have to come across, like, you have to portray that alpha male mentality. You can never take an L.
No.
Everything is always just massive. You have to go, and you have to maintain that attitude. Like I said, when he got in his controversy recently and he just kept doubling down, like it worked.
Yeah.
It worked because, I mean, then Elon bought fucking Twitter.
Yeah.
And then he reinstated Andrew Tate, and then Andrew Tate's like, I'm back now. I have all these people that I can market to again on this platform. And then no, I can't say quite unfortunately, he ended up getting himself fucking arrested because of a Twitter beef.
It's like, it's like one of those things where it's like, it's Elon Musk who really brought Tate to prison in the end.
I mean, well, he beefed with a 19-year-old autistic Swedish girl.
Yeah.
And she triggered him enough to dox himself, which we'll show the video on and everything else. But I mean, yeah, Andrew Tate is just like this kind of guy. But let's take a look here at is there more to the video, or is that
there
really...
is.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and play that part. Yeah.
Because there's something. Okay, hold on.
Doing that, like in a fist fight, a man's going to win.
Okay.
99%. What about intelligence? Do you think women are as smart as men?
Well, it's been proven that the smartest people in the world are men.
See, I think
that's been proven.
Some issues.
That's been proven. That's been proven.
How? What? Where?
So there's the bell curve, right? So men are more likely to be on the extremes. So the most stupid people on the planet are men, and the most intelligent people on the planet are men. Women are more likely inside of the middle of the deviation. So this has all been proven, right? Men are more likely extreme. Read the study. It's more likely men are on the extreme.
Study?
Google it.
You're professional.
I'm gonna Google it. What am I writing in? What am I writing in for a Google search?
Are men smarter than women?
Okay, this should be interesting. What comes up? Are men?
But I can also give you personal experience if you'd like.
Yeah, let's hear
Knock
it.
your socks off. Sweet.
Let's talk about the personal experience, right?
Yeah,
so my father was a chess player. My father was one of the best chess players in the world. He was actually the highest ranked black chess player in history at the time. I grew up and
What are your thoughts on girls who get with a guy's friend right after ending things with him?
I think that's the man's fault. Because
you're getting dragged here, John. Yeah.
I didn't see that coming at all.
That was actually about Bree.
Well, yeah, that was about me. Well, I ended things with a guy, so I owed him nothing, and then I started dating his friend.
That's the man's fault. And I think that's the man's fault because I think that, firstly, 99% of most of the problems in the world are men's fault. I don't think women are at fault for anything. So as much as everyone wants to call me sexist, I think that women are innocent creatures in that regard. I think that the Matrix...
I think people may still say that's sexist, but go ahead.
Fine, that's fine. Okay, then I'm sexist, but it's all men's fault. And I'll tell you why. Because I could have the most beautiful girlfriend in the world, And me and her could break up. And the chance of her sleeping with my friend is less than 0%. If you're the kind of man who's rolling with men who will fuck your girl after you split up with her, then you deserve everything that happens to you. Because let me tell you something. Me and my friends, the things we've been through, it's been life or fucking death. And if I have people beside me who will literally take a bullet from me, take a knife from me, we're gonna fight outnumbered, side by side soldiers. They're not gonna fucking go behind my back for a little bit of pussy.
Jeez.
Any man who would do that, any man who would snake his boy.
Pause it. We might actually end up getting blocked here. I'm pretty sure. Okay, anyway, I think at this point we have a good idea of who he is. So let's pull that off screen real quick.
But yeah, he also says some other stuff in that.
Oh, I'm sure. But here's his website, The Real World.
Oh God.
Right, and here's this is what RJ sent me. This is the Hustlers University 2.0 video. This is the shit people are spending money on. And again, all we're doing is giving you just an idea of who the fuck Andrew Tate is and why the biopic is going to be amazing.
Hold on tight. We're about to get rich. Right here, Hustlers University.
It made it impossible to not make money.
Being part of a community of students.
We all help each other. We're all in there for one thing, and that's to make money.
It's what allowed me to quit my job.
It's pure freedom.
What?
Batteries released on every target you got now.
Yes, sir.
Target acquired.
Then we have a deal.
Yes. That's a yeah.
Sometimes, controversial influencer Andrew Tate has been banned from Facebook and Instagram.
I mean, okay, yes. But I don't think you want to take advice from someone who's in the middle of a human investigation. Accusations of beating women, criminality, toxicity, psychopathy. They don't see the full con that he's running.
Fucking pyramid scheme, bro.
How are people getting scammed by this?
He's lying when he offers you that. Oh, you can get rich too, because that's how pyramid schemes work. And that's why I decided to finally cancel my plans to become cash rich.
I canceled my Hustlers University subscription cold-hearted.
See how easy it is to scam on the internet?
This attack is an act of desperation.
Target remains.
Wait, what?
Target remains.
You literally dodged a bullet.
We was just dodging bullets on an everyday basis.
Within the first 90 days of joining Hustlers University 2.0, I made like over $12,000.
And I also make over 10K with HU2. This is the best program to start a side hustle and get out of the 9 to 5.
All of the knowledge from the professors and Andrew himself, I mean, it's incredible. It really is.
Incredibly intelligent man. I think what he's doing is very important. Right now, there's a huge war on masculinity. What he's doing is incredibly important.
Andrew Tate is
This is like the best thing I've seen all year. It's amazing.
He's an incredible communicator, and he keeps pushing the envelope and pushing the envelope and pushing the envelope until eventually people are sitting there saying, we got to silence this guy.
I know there's only a matter of time until I'm banned from every single social media and I don't exist anymore. It's fine. I exist in the real world. Right. In your nightmare. Like Freddy Krueger. Oh, Tate's been banned for a year and a half. I wonder what he's doing. Knock, knock. I'm coming.
Never send a human to do a machine's job.
Oh my God. What?
What the hell?
What? Payment process. What?
I'm so confused.
I don't know what he's trying to say here. Like, at this point, I don't get it.
Welcome to the real world.
Is he saying HU2.0 is the real world?
Not only having contact with actual multimillionaires, being part of a community of students.
It's a community.
People that are there for you.
I've made 5K this month from just joining. That's fucking crazy.
I made 4K in my first month.
I made $2,000 in only 2 weeks at 15.
My goal was to match my 9 to 5 income. I shadowed that.
It's what allowed me to quit my job.
About making as much fucking money.
People who make money and you make money.
Money.
Okay, so obviously we get the point. He's just running clips about like, hey, I made like $4,000. I made $5,000 this month.
I made $2,000 in the first 2 weeks, and I'm only 15.
RJ here says he believes The Matrix is a real movie, that if you join him, you unplug yourself from The Matrix and join the real world. No. He doesn't believe any of this. You have to understand. Like, He doesn't believe any of this. Like he's not, you can tell at this particular point in time that what he's really doing is he's just playing a character, right? That's why he said, I changed my content strategy and I went up like, he changed his content strategy and he blew up because he came on in, he acted alpha, and a lot of these little beta incel boys, right? They respond to that. They respond to somebody who's got that, that charisma, because any way you want to slice it, he's entertaining. I mean, look at Donald Trump.
Funny,
Donald Trump is entertaining in a train wreck sort of way.
Yeah.
But you could like, all right, like that's how this kind of shit works. And it works exponentially well in modern time with social media, because people are always looking for something to keep their attention, because attention spans are so fucking low. So if there's drama, if there's excitement, if there's intrigue, if there's sex, if there's something that people will hold on to, they're going to keep coming back for more because they keep getting that dopamine hit. Someone like Andrew Tate is funny. Like he thinks he's cool, but and a lot of guys think he's cool too. But the rest of us that are just normal look at this guy like a fucking joke. And he got trolled hard enough by a climate change activist that he got arrested. It's fantastic. Ryan here for 5. Thank you, Ryan. Says people who boast about their IQ are losers. Stephen Hawking. Well, that
I have
guy
140 IQ, and I'm running this website.
Yeah.
Like what? Oh, and so in the interview he also says that that if a man's girlfriend or a girl's man, well, mainly a man's girlfriend has an OnlyFans, he deserves majority of the cut.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
That a man's girlfriend, if she has OnlyFans, you deserve most of the cut.
Oh, by the way, look at this here. Look at this AI chatbot they've got on the website.
Oh,
right. Welcome, Neo. This is your chance to change your life. Begin a conversation below and follow the steps. This is his website.
Oh.
Cobra Tate or CobraTate.com. Cobra Tate. Cobra Tate. So look, our usual reply time is under 2 minutes. You can send a message. What brings you here today? See, not just a live chat bot. This is your chance to get personal attention from Tate's personally trained special forces. Follow the steps below, right? Not just a live chat bot. So it's admitting that it's an AI bot. That it's not real.
But you're trying to get rid of the Matrix, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm interested. Okay, I'm interested in the real world. Let's see what it says. Yeah, just okay.
Now, not seeing it.
Do you have 147 USD in a card?
What?
Yes. Are you sure? If false, he will ignore your message.
Wait, so after a couple messages, you have to pay 150.
Let's see. Let's see. Yes. Let's talk about the real world. You are extremely lucky. There is a special holiday promotion for the real world until January 2nd only. A member of Tate's personally trained special forces will be with you shortly. Enter your email and send ready as a message below. Do not close this chat.
Oh my God.
But that's all. Look at this. That's all this shit is, man. It's just
connect with ambitious men. That sounds a little.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Let's see. Your net worth is your network. You need to surround yourself with successful men you can learn from. If you were in a group of 100 ice cream experts and all you spoke about was making ice cream, you'd learn a lot about how to make ice cream.
What?
What? What? Ice cream. Okay. There you go.
That's a
there
great
you
analogy.
go. Taylor here says, why do stupid people want overpriced and practical cars? It's status. It's all status.
Yeah.
That's why this whole thing it's great. That's why this whole thing is beautiful. It's amazing because it's just like, it's just, look, the guy's got money. He flaunts it. Good for him. Okay. Look at this, like these cars here and shit. He's got his boys out there looking like they're getting ready to star in a pay-for-play album. I mean, if you know what I'm saying. What is the war room here? What's this? I'm kind of curious. The war room.
It's where all the pimps go into.
Okay. The war room is the greatest global network which exists on planet Earth. Again, it's just it's like it's a pyramid scheme. It's absolutely a pyramid scheme.
Also, the crazy thing is that he talks about the different nations around the world or whatever. He says that he has a passport and a citizenship all over and a private jet. And so you can't lock me down because I have a private jet and a passport. I can go wherever I want to go and no one can find me.
Yeah. Except they found him.
They found you.
They found him off of a Twitter video.
Stupid butt got.
Okay, so Jess is asking, why are we talking about Andrew's taint? Well, we're talking about Andrew Taint for the concept of entertainment, because for one, nothing else really is going on today, and this is entertaining as fuck. And two, this will either be a Netflix document. Netflix is already producing the documentary on this as we speak, guaranteed, or HBO Max's or something. And there will be a biopic on this guy, and it will be fucking epic. It will be absolutely epic. Because this kind of misplaced machismo is going to be funny to watch the downfall. If they can get
what? Don't let Martin Scorsese do this. Let Greta Gerwig do this. It'll be another Greta taking over.
Oh God. Okay, it's funny. It's funny. You bring that up. So this is what prompts us to what happened yesterday. So Andrew, and this is just the beginning of the end here. Tweeted out, "Hello, Greta Thunberg. I have 33 cars. My Bugatti has a W16 8-liter quad turbo. My 2 Ferrari 812 Competizione, I don't even know, have a 6.5 liter V12. So this is just the start. Please provide your email address so I can send a complete list of my car collection and their respective enormous emissions." I mean, like
the weirdest thing is, like, it came out of nowhere.
It did, and then like he just like whatever, right? So she responds and she says, "Yes, please do enlighten me. Email me at smalldickenergy@getalife.com." Which, like, look, she's 19, she's autistic, and that's lame internet humor level shit. It's low grade humor, right? Yeah. But when I talk about the guys here, when I talk about like how these guys are so fragile, right? And I mentioned this in regards to like the fandom menace and shit. If you come at them head on, right? If you just like full force, unstoppable object meets immovable object sort of thing, right? And you're not going to get anywhere, because all they can do is they can deflect it, right? They can just kind of hammer, hold their ground and take the hit. But if you smack them in the nuts, if you just nut tap them, right? A lighthearted jab or a little comment or something stupid, it throws them off. They don't know how to respond, because all they can do is respond with that all gas, no brakes mentality. So they have to go larger than life, but the response is not reflective. That kind of response is not like reflective of the insult. So it just screws with their brain. They don't get it. They don't know what to do. And that's exactly what happened next, because she says this to him, and then he comes out and he drops this. He does this, responds with this, saying, "Thank you for confirming via your email address that you have a small penis. The world was curious, and I do agree you should get a life." So this is, I downloaded the video. We can just watch it here. So this is what he sends to her.
Release some greenhouse gases. I'm obviously a stranger to online controversy. It's not something I often do. But now, the mainstream press is commenting on the fact that I was informing Greta that my very extensive car collection with internal combustion engines, which run on dead dinosaurs, have an enormous emission profile. And she replied by telling me her own email address. Greta's email address is, "I have small dick energy." Why would that be your own email address, Greta? Strange. I mean, also, I don't want to assume her gender. It's 50-50, but it is what it is.
What?
I'm not actually mad at Greta. Please bring me pizza and make sure these boxes are not recycled. Thank you. So I'm not actually mad at Greta, right? Because she doesn't realize she's been programmed. She doesn't realize she's a slave of the Matrix. She thinks she's doing good. Someone has sat her down and convinced her to try and convince you to beg your government to tax you into poverty to stop the sun from being hot.
What?
And then, because I called her out on it, the global Matrix got this bot farm to like and retweet and all this bot commenting to try and pretend that her telling me that she has a small dick in her own email address somehow teaches me this.
This is, oh my God.
Welcome to a new episode of The Clown Show. But now I know, at least, that Greta, with a little hate-filled face, bitter, sitting somewhere without the heating on, in the cold, a little hat, shivering, views my tweets, which is going to make my Twitter account far more fun into eternity.
Okay, so he does that.
But
and
like
obviously,
part where he's like, "Give me the pizza now."
Give me the pizza, and the pizza is the smoking gun, and that's the best part about it.
Give
pizza,
me the thing that will get me arrested.
But he didn't think about that, right? Because here's the thing: when it comes to criminals, what usually catches criminals are just stupidity, right? It's usually just stupidity. So this video has got 47 million views, or this tweet does. The video's got 12.5 million. I don't even know how those line up, to be honest, whatever. You know, and so, right, even Brian Tyler Cohen, not sure I've ever had more secondhand embarrassment than I do right now.
Oh my God.
Right? I mean, just the response is like this guy here, you waited a whole 10 hours and this is the tweet you came up with. And then now he's been arrested. So yeah, he got arrested. So where did I put that out? Oops. So here's what we got. This happened today. All right. Andrew Tate reportedly arrested in Romania following police raid. So a December 29 report initially from the Romanian outlet Libertate or Libertate, I guess that could, whatever, claimed that Andrew Tate's home in Pipera had been raided by Romanian police in relation to the abduction of two girls. Now Tate and his brother have both been taken into custody. The raid is said to be carried out by DIICOT, the Directorate for Investigating Organized Crime and Terrorism in Bucharest. As the news broke, a clip emerged showing Tate being led out of his villa in police custody. Here, and I have that video clip for you guys right here.
Controversial influencer Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan are arrested in Romania as part of a human trafficking probe. News broke late Thursday evening by BNO News that the pair were arrested on December 29th. Now, this news comes just hours after Tate made waves with climate activist Greta Thunberg going back and forth on Twitter about carbon dioxide emitting cars. Tate, who had previously been kicked off social...
Oh, wait, did I not have that up? Oh, no, I did have that up. Sorry. It was just the wrong thing.
Misogyny and hateful ideations had also made news last month. As Long Crime Network's Sidebar reported, he sued YouTuber Ethan Klein after Klein called him a sex trafficker. Now, at the time, Tate's attorney sent Klein a cease and desist order. Some reports now say Romanian officials used Tate's social media to confirm he was in their country before his arrest. We're still learning new details in this case and will continue to bring you the latest developments as they come in. Reporting for Long Crime Network.
So you gotta love that. You gotta love that.
Yeah.
So according to this, it says a current belief is a pizza box from a local Romanian chain appearing in his response video to the young woman was enough of a giveaway. So Jerry's Pizza is a Romanian chain, and there's only like 28 locations or 23 locations or something. So they absolutely were able to narrow it down. They knew he was back in the country. He'd been evading them for a while, and they got him.
They
but this
just had to call, like, well, I'm sure they were able to, like, hone in on the location or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And just, like, call the local Jerry's Pizza and be like, hey, did someone order pizza recently?
Oh yeah, no, they were probably able to. I mean, really, well, they knew where he was. I think they knew that he was at his house, but they were just able to figure out that specific pizza box was like, okay, so you are home, because he's been dodging them for a while and stuff. So anyway, back in April of this year, Tate faced allegations of human trafficking in Romania, the country which he resides. However, he stated that the issues arose from a swatting incident, saying, "I was not arrested. What happened was I suffered from a case of swatting. It's very popular with people who are large on the internet. Police turned up. They investigated. They realized nobody was in the house against their will. There was no crime committed. And we had to go to the police station for 45 minutes to fill out pieces of paper." And we're like, I mean, but from what I understand with that specific allegation is that he had been, they had promised there was at least one American citizen, and another woman from Moldavia who had been working in these sex cam stuff, the webcam, industry he's got in his house. Let me see what I can find on that with that.
The other funny thing is as there's another Greta involved.
Oh, there isn't. Right. Hold on here. I got that right here.
Yeah.
I got that right here. So not only was there Greta Thunberg, all right, there was also, you can't make this up, Romanian authorities were urged last year to effectively prosecute human traffickers by Greta, the group of experts against trafficking human beings. So an organization known as Greta that's against human trafficking were also brought in to talk about this, right? It's so funny.
It's hilarious. It's oh my God.
This is why you got to love it, guys. This is why you got to love it here. So going back over to the Andrew Tate thing here. All right, here's what we know about this. So, okay. So on April 11th, 2022, Tate's house in Pepera, Romania was raided by the police after the U.S. Embassy alerted them that an American woman might be held at the property. 2 women were found at the property who claimed that they were being held there against their will, sparking the DCOT investigation into human trafficking and rape. After being questioned for 5 hours, both brothers were released. Tate later denied any wrongdoing, calling it a case of swatting, which is really interesting that like the Dextero article kind of left out the allegations.
Yeah.
Right. Like, if you go back to this, is, or he faced allegations of human trafficking, but didn't go further into that, which because considering he was arrested as a result of this specific, as far as I understand, and part of this particular allegation is what he's being why he's being held, because there's also another cop, a former Romanian police officer, a woman who was also arrested in this. Him and his brother and this woman were arrested. Anyway, and so then on December 29th, his villa was raided again, here we go, as well as a house of a former policewoman suspected of being involved. Prosecutors stated that they had found and identified 6 women who were being sexually exploited by the suspects in various locations throughout Bucharest. Tate, his brother, the former policewoman, and an unnamed 4th Romanian individual were interrogated and are being detained by DCOT for 24 hours. The 4 individuals are accused of human trafficking, rape, and participation in an organized criminal group. Prosecutors say that all 4 appear to have created an organized crime group with the purpose of recruiting, housing, and exploiting women by forcing them to create pornographic content meant to be seen on specialized websites for a cost. So these are the allegations, and these are very serious allegations, and it's looking more and more like, either we're going to find out that it's all made up, that it's not true, and that he was just like a front man. Because I could see that being a thing too, right? I could see that being a thing where he was brought in. Like, I think he's definitely done some criminal shit. If everything with the casinos I've heard, if that's real.
Yeah.
Right?
There's definitely something fishy.
Yeah. If the casino stuff is real, I could see that being a weird thing. Him like being the front man, and then him, working within, like, him getting too big for his britches is what I'm trying to say. If you're trying to run these casinos and you're trying to money launder for the Romanian mafia through these casinos that are, like I was reading today, are cash poor, which is very weird for a casino to be poor.
Yeah.
Generally, that's not how this stuff works. and then you're out there doing all this other stuff, and you're getting busted doing all this other shit. I tell you this is just an honest take. I would not be surprised if somehow Tate got Epsteined.
Yeah, so I think it was your best friend Keemstar brought that up.
So RWP here says Andrew Tate's father was a CIA agent. I automatically believe this man is sus. He's no truth teller or victim. I mean, is his dad a fucking CIA agent? Let's see here. I'm just looking. All right. Like, do we have anything here on his early life?
Right.
All right. His father, Emery Tate, was an international chess master. All right. So let's see.
Chess international artist. That's CIA.
Is that what? No.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. So, all right. His father was a full African-American descent. His mother was of mixed race with her maternal, okay, whatever. Both being born into slavery, later marrying men of European descent. After emancipation, Tate Jr. learned to play chess as a child. He served in the United States Air Force as a sergeant, where he excelled as a linguist. His son claimed the military taught him Russian. He picked up Spanish and German by accident. The reality was that Tate learned Spanish through being an exchange student in Mexico. He was chosen to participate in the Indiana University Honors Program in Foreign Language Spanish Division during the summer of 1975 and spent 2 months living with a Mexican family. He had 3 children with Eileen Ashley of Luton, England. Following their divorce, she moved back to the UK. He had 2 sons, Andrew and Tristan. So, looks like, I mean, like, you know, not necessarily sure where I'm seeing CIA on this one here, man. So, he won the United States Armed Forces Chess Championship 5 times. So would he be like the King's Gambit sort of situation?
Right.
Could that be the show? I don't know. Yeah, he did say his dad was a chess player. Chess master and CIA agent. Yeah, same thing. I know that's kind of a weird take. I'm not too sure where CIA came from on that one. One above all. Yes. His dad is dead. Also, is that a Wee Was Kangs, Abby? You sly devil, you. So anyway, I'm just saying, I was like, this whole thing is crazy, right? Like you could easily start to kind of laugh at all this shit. And then we get into, what was the other thing here? Oh yeah. Asmongold gets criticized for comparing Andrew Tate's arrest to Martin Luther King Jr.'s. So this is where we start getting into the conspiracy shit of things, right? He says here, what's the probability that the government wants to frame the Tate brothers? I don't know, probably 50%. The government frames people all the time. From any of the leaks, from any of the way they tried to fuck with Martin Luther King, yeah, absolutely, the government fucks with people. Is Romania better than the U.S.? I don't know. I have no idea. I think it's a very high chance they want to frame him. If that's not true, but it's not that it's true, it's that's possible. A lot of things are possible. I don't trust the government. I mean, that's a take. That's a hell of a take right there. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's an interesting.
I'm like, look, man, like you just gotta, okay. Like I understand. And again, I think the you could argue the charismatic, enigmatic nature of Andrew Tate. And I don't, and, you know, he seems like he's completely out there, but there's still a bit that's a mystery. That's the enigma part. I could see how like people might think that, but like, again, this guy is not the smartest guy out there. You know, he's just a marketer. He just knows how to bullshit. That's really what a lot of this stuff boils down to. That's why a 19-year-old autistic Swedish girl is saying like, you have a small dick energy at getalife.com got him to fucking respond with one of the cringiest videos we've ever seen. Like, that's what I'm talking about. It's like, you can't look at it like this guy's a fucking, he's like Elon Musk. Elon Musk will get triggered by the simplest little fucking things.
Oh, did you see the TikTok that I sent you with Adam that was explaining who Elon Musk truly is?
No. Oh, without Adam Conover?
Yeah.
Oh no, I have seen that. I saw that floating around on TikTok as well as I follow Adam, so I've seen that. Right? Yeah. Okay, Keji. Yes, yeah. Keji. It's a cringe. Yeah, there are cringier videos out there, but the domino effect from the video is that he's now in jail because it doxed his location. So you have to take that into account for how cringy the whole thing is. Right. Taylor here says, well, Tate, I hope your sensitive ego was worth it. You picked a fight with a young autistic girl and went home with your tail behind your legs and cried about it online. He'll definitely come back up. He'll be out tomorrow. He'll talk about it tomorrow, and it's going to be all over the internet. And it's entirely probable that Hustlers University will see an increase of at least 5,000 new people. Right? Because that's how this shit works. That's how this shit always works. Is just because whenever somebody like this gets busted and they get right out, they can lie as much as they want to lie to the public. They're not ever held by any standard, right? It doesn't matter. They can say what they want. It's only when they're under oath or in a court of law or whatever where they have to tell the truth. But other than that, they can lie. Mm-hmm. So he's going to lie. They're going to make it a bigger deal. He's going to downplay it. He's going to blame it on whoever. He's already out. I said they were detaining him for 24 hours. I thought he was not going to get out till the morning, unless it's already this early morning there.
Well, no, I think they said that he's been detained for 24 hours.
And the news just got out. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
think that's what it was saying.
Either way, he'll make it a thing. Well, that's it. Even looking at his Twitter, it's you can't really Cobra. Let me bring it back up here. Cobra Tate. What a fucking name is that? Jesus Christ. Yet surprisingly, I can't look it up. Interesting. I looked it up. I did a search for it and you can't look it up. Here's the thing. The last thing he posted was 22 hours ago. If he was out, he would have updated social media. Let's be fair. If he was out, he would have.
I was able to look him up.
Yeah. If he was out, he would absolutely update social media. So he's not out yet. He's still locked up. But that's what I'm talking about. When you talk about, so if you're looking at, we were spending an hour on this roughly. When you think about the idea here of everything that we just talked about for the last hour, it would make an amazing movie. It would make like the Wolf of Wall Street type biopic. And I don't want to lionize Andrew Tate. I don't want to downplay anything he's done. I don't want, but I do think if you get the right actor and the right director, and I think Scorsese would be great. And I'm really referring to Wolf of Wall Street and the kind of frantic 80s energy that movie had, and apply it towards this would be great. And we'd get something really interesting, It
would be.
So I think it's going to be very fascinating to see. Jess, you're asking, isn't Tate banned from all social media? Not Twitter. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
And he's still all over everything. JP here says Chaya is next.
Libs.
Oh, Libs a TikTok. Yeah. Although that's not as interesting, to be honest with you. But the fact that she was at J6 doesn't surprise me.
It was not. I thought that was already known. Honestly,
I didn't know anything about her. I just happened to see that they identified her because of her ring. They found her ring was a match. The internet, look, man, the internet will flat out find shit.
Yeah.
Brogy here thinks that that Todd Phillips would be a good choice. You know what? That's actually looking at War Dogs. If you apply it from the War Dogs perspective, he could do the dark comedy.
Yeah.
Who else could do it? Do you think? Who else could really bring an interesting eye to it? I think David
Scorsese,
Gordon Green
Phillips. Who?
Maybe David Gordon Green.
Yeah.
Has he done dark satire? Was it didn't Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg direct The Interview?
Hold on.
I think Seth Rogen. I was saying Seth Rogen could direct it.
Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg directed.
Yeah, or James. What? Oh my God! What if James Franco wants to do it? He that's his comeback. He shaves his head, puts on the tattoo, and starts being Andrew Tate.
Who is? Who did? There was one other one.
Oh, Tarantino. Nah, I mean, Tarantino, would be okay, but I don't know.
Adam McKay.
Adam McKay, that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Lord Sucker says that All Gas No Brakes talk about January 6th releases tomorrow on HBO. Really? Should be interesting. Hassan should do it. No. Get Zack Snyder to direct it.
Oh my God.
No. Let's see. Hell's Only makes a good point. You know, I do think Todd Phillips would probably be a better choice than Scorsese. I think Scorsese would be great to handle like the mob side of it, but like the dark humor side of it, I think Phillips would definitely handle better. Let's see here. To ensure this guy isn't lionized in the movie, it should be done in the vein of Once Upon a Time in America, where all the gangsters are scumbags. Hell's Only, you're right. You're absolutely right. Completely agree. Mo Moon here says Roland Emmerich. Mo.
Oh my God.
No. Sayin here says Alex Jones would be perfect. Lord Slug says Michael Bay. Zachary says James Gunn. Jess here says Dwayne Johnson as Andrew Tate. That would be funny. He's got the head for it. He'd need to lose weight, though. He'd need to lose weight.
Yeah,
H-Barts for 5. Thanks, buddy.
Unless it would be like some comedic take on him. Like Dave Bautista.
Yeah. Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna look this up real quick. I'm gonna do this live while we're on air. I'm gonna ask Dally 2 to try to do Dwayne The Rock Johnson on Andrew Tate's body.
Oh my God.
Let's see here. Dwayne Johnson on Andrew Tate's body. All right, let's see what they come up with for AI art. Good thing James is in here. He would yell at me for using AI art. Yeah, but Zack Snyder's Andrew Tate starring Henry Cavill.
Oh my God.
That would be interesting. I think Henry Cavill would, you know, he'd really try to get into the role. You know, he would. He'd try to go method with it, I think. But who could be a good actor for it? You know, I think like who could really be that kind of scummy? I kind of want it to be like somebody an unknown.
Well, he's half African American.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But I mean, looking at him, it probably wouldn't really matter, honestly.
Yeah, that could be something here. All right.
For sure. Oh my
God. Oh God, that dude. When I just said Ray Fisher crying in the rain, and like what the AI came up with was just like, did I ever show you that?
Yes.
That image. It's just like no. So the image prompt I used for Dwayne Johnson on Andrew Tate's body did not it didn't work here. Hold on here. I'm just gonna say Dwayne Johnson as Andrew Tate. Let's see if that works. As Andrew Tate in a movie poster in the stylings of Bollywood. I don't know. Dude, AI's nuts. AI's nuts. And not going to show it because it's not up on that window right away. So we'll see what it is. See, shirtless Alex Jones plays all the roles. Yeah, they could. Michael B. Jordan is Andrew. I think you would have to get a half black actor. I think you'd have to do that.
Yeah.
If not, you're not doing it right. Oh, H Barts here says get Matthew Vaughn to direct.
Yeah, that would be cool.
If there's a good enough script, or Sean Levy, or what about oh God, I just had the name in my brain. Oh, McQuarrie. What about McQuarrie? That might be a little bit too. That might be a little bit too dark. Depending, I think Todd Phillips probably has like the right chops to do it. Yeah. Dwayne Johnson, Andrew Tate, love child. That's a good idea. These what the fuck do these even mean? All right, I clearly don't understand AI that well. All right, so we'll see. Oh, we got a new member, Eyes Only. Thank you. And let me see. I see that. I see you right there. Command unit. We'll check that out towards the end because we are coming up on a little bit of time. Eyes Only up, joined up at the prime level. Thank you very much, Eyes Only. Really appreciate that.
Safdie brothers.
The Safdie. Ooh. Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah. What about I mean, they could get Adam Sandler as Andrew Tate.
Oh, but the thing is, you have to be called Top G.
Yeah.
It would have to be called that.
Like, I think, Guy Ritchie would be a good choice. Get Vin Diesel to play him. Yeah. I mean, like, I mean, well, Vin Diesel would really have to like change up his voice. You know,
Wait. No, I'm not.
Uncut Tate. I feel like that sounds so dirty. H Barts. Uncut Tate. The Sadfie brothers, yeah, they could do a pretty good job. They would have to they could do a good job. Zachary here says the Russo Bros. Yeah, they turned it into like a fucking action movie. He would like that though. He would like that.
Yeah, he'll be turned into an action anti-hero.
Jeffrey Brown asks, how long do you think Robert Meyer Burnett would have, or how long would it take for Robert Meyer Burnett to get on a show, to get Andrew Tate on the show, talk about this movie? Pretty quick. If he was going and doing the interviews, but you gotta really get to him pretty quick. You know, he likes certain people, from my understanding. I don't know what he would do. H Bars for $2. Thank you. Says Avatar 5 is about Andrew Tate. That would be something. A1DD here says Jason Statham would be perfect. I was thinking about that earlier too, but Statham, if he was like 20 years younger,
yeah,
you know, like he's a little up there now. But I do love Jason Statham, so I'm all down for that. Liam Hemsworth is Andrew Tate.
Oh my god.
Sam Raimi to direct. I mean, I'm just saying, guys, look, this story is going to be really fascinating when they finally get it out there. It's going to be really good.
But who would play Greta?
Oh, that's
Bella Ramsey.
Maisie
Williams.
Maisie, I think Maisie could pull it off. You know, who's would they actually go for like an autistic actress though? Because like, again, you have to kind of play. You can't sit there and go like, who's going to play Greta? How dare you? Right? Who's going to do that kind of energy? You know?
And Maisie Williams probably could do it.
Yeah. King Cobra by Baz Luhrmann. There you go. Just nothing but dancing. Nothing but dancing.
They'll put like.
What about Leo DiCaprio as Andrew Tate?
That would be hilarious.
Just imagine the method acting.
Oh no, that's for Leto only.
Oh yeah. What about
Williams? You know what?
Jesse Williams for Tate, I think feels too attractive. I mean, I see it. I see what you mean there.
Yeah.
But Jenna Ortega as Greta.
Oh my god.
Anyway, no, I mean, who's the other one I saw there as well? Miles J here says Miles Teller. And I think Miles Teller could probably do a pretty good job of that. He would have to get like the half Brit, half American accent and stuff like that. But you could work with a dialect coach and get that. Again, it boils down to like who has the best script, and who could be the you know, who could really kind of capitalize.
Scoop this up right away. Honestly, I feel like
Netflix should do the documentary on it 100%. Yeah. Like someone should be already writing the book.
Netflix does it, it's gonna be Noah Centineo.
Oh my god. They'll be like, listen, Noah. We're so sorry that the recruit is not doing as well as we thought it would. And we're sorry that you're not going to be playing Atom Smasher anymore as well as He-Man because you lost that role because we decided to go a different direction with it. But listen, Noah Centineo. All right. Listen, you are Andrew Tate. All right. You are, how about that? Shave your head, get buff, we'll put a tattoo on you. You are Andrew Tate. And the movie is going to be the biggest movie of the year. It's just going to be called Andrew's Taint.
Oh my God.
Deep Rational here says just deep fake Tate's face on an actor.
Just AI it.
Just AI it. Why not? Why not? Actually, you know what? Speaking of AI, because I don't know how much more we can milk this particular topic, to be honest with you, there's a fair amount. I see you just sent me a thing real quick about whatever, I forget what it's called. I do want to touch upon it was Andrew Tate and Saints Row. Is the thing there. Here, I came across this yesterday. Avatar: The Way of Water is starting to be shown in theaters in Russia. But I don't know if it's legit. That's the thing. So it says this was just the other day, December 22nd, so a week ago.
Oh.
On December 22nd, many cinemas across Russia launched Avatar: The Way of Water, as is the case with other Hollywood blockbusters. The picture is officially shown by a third-party landlord in high definition and with Russian dubbing. It's interesting that the screening was launched even in Moscow. You can watch Avatar 2 at Atlantis Cinema and at the Kinoas in the Schletz, whatever, shopping center. But it's shown here by a third-party landlord.
Oh.
What does that even mean?
A third-party landlord.
A third-party landlord. All right. In addition, the tape is already being I don't know if this is just the English to Russian or Russian to English translation. It's already being played at another place, another cinema under the usual name Avatar. In Tatarstan under the name Supermen, and it's being said in other places as well. Abatap. I'm sorry. Avatar in Russian is just Abatap.
So the third-party landlord means that someone basically ripped it.
That's what I'm thinking. Yes. Yeah, so it's being pirated in. So because there's if you followed the High Seas release of Avatar in the Way of Water, you know that there's been some.
But you paid someone to rip it.
Yeah.
And wow.
Yeah. So I'm just saying it's like there's high quality copies of the movie that are already out.
Yeah.
I would assume that these guys are running higher quality than what's popped up online. And I'm wondering what exactly is going to happen as a result of that. But I just thought this was really fascinating.
Russian dubbing?
Yeah, with Russian dubbing. So it's like, who did the dub work? It must have been done locally.
Yeah.
Because
some random neighbors off the street. It's like,
oh yeah. Because keep in mind, in Russia right now, essentially, all copyright is gone.
Yeah.
I mean, McDonald's pulled out of Russia, and as a result of that, it's looking at they replaced it with something else, but they kept it going. Then you've got what's the other one? It's Krispy Kreme left the country, and they just reopened the business as Crunchy Cream. They're literally not caring about copyright in the country anymore. Now, Awanda here says, if Avatar 2 is 30 minutes shorter, I think it could have made 1.8 billion. Dude, it's on track to pull in 2. The current updates are actually pushing it towards 1.9 to 2 billion by mid next month. So it's the movie, people are going to see it. 3 hours, 10 minutes or not.
It's 1.1 right now.
It's been going up $100 million a day.
Yeah.
Worldwide. It did it yesterday domestically. Avatar 2 did $20 million domestically.
Yeah.
On a Wednesday. That shit's crazy.
H-Bart's 14 days.
Yeah, this thing's blowing up. This is blowing up. H-Bart's here says, thank you for 5. Says, I mentioned this to you in DMs, but do you think Quaritch Avatar looking a bit like Jake Sully is on purpose for later? Yeah, I thought that when I was watching the movie. I'm wondering how they were able to make it work. And I think that I have a feeling that it's similar for that, but I don't know yet. And I don't want to go too much into it because we're not in spoiler territory, but yeah. And then H-Barts here also says, I will say this for everyone here. I was wrong. Avatar 1 and The Way of Water are great. Jarbo was correct. Yes. Yes, I was. See, what you have to know about that, guys, is that H-Barts here did not see Avatar, the first one, until just the other day. He had avoided it, hadn't wanted to see it, thought it would look bad, finally watched it and was like, this is great. And then went and saw the sequel and loved it. So, yes, I talked nothing like I laugh. Yes, because I'm not actually rapping on my rap album, which is so weird. That still weirds me out. I don't know how that's legal, but apparently it's legal. Under UK law in regards to parody, the guy who ripped my voice and uses it in the albums, under UK law.
What?
You don't know about that?
No.
Oh God. All right. I'm going to show it. God damn it. Okay. So, let's see. All right. Hold on here. It's kind of embarrassing, to be fair. So, all right. This is an album done by a guy named Jarbo the Hutt, right? Or MC Jarbo or whatever. And it's called Chronicles of a Cuck. 15 tracks, 47 minutes. With track titles like My Girlfriend's Daughter, Let Me Be Your Dad, Fuck 'Em Dead, Polly. We all kind of know what that's about. Steam Cleaner, I'll Be Honest, Aliens, Uber Eats, Good Samaritan, Ice Cream Truck, Go With Jesus, Dear Matt, Fucked Your Girl, iCucks. This is an album.
God. Wow.
This I'm not even making that up. This is something like hold on. Yeah, I know. This is a real thing. This is a real thing. I'll show you guys something. Let me bring up it with the well, I'll play for you guys a little bit of it. I'm not mad at this. I was for a while, you know, but like I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like whatever. It's fascinating. It's to me, this is gonna sound so weird. This is kind of fascinating. Only because this guy took my voice. All right. Like, play World's Best Dad. Yeah. That's another one that's on there. Yeah. So, the guy who did this here, like, let's just see here. Steam Cleaner. Okay. I don't know. I haven't listened to these, to be honest with you.
My threshold for certain things is a lot, well, higher than maybe some other people out there, but I have reasons for that. And to understand why I am the way that I am and why I like what I like, you have to know me as a person. I'm gonna break it down for you right now. Crack, smoke, rum, and coke. In my home, usually there's about 100 folks and one fat chode with a dumbass chode, but they ain't here to see Matt no more. One of them squeezing my girl's left titty. One of them's traveling to G-Spot City. One of them's got his hands way up in her shitty. One of them's sticking 25-inch in me. Do I care? No, I'm a degenerate cuck. Look at these black gentlemen ramming their black genitals in my butt. I still got medical problems from when Medicare dropped the ballot of the Hut, nigger. What am I just supposed to sit here and watch the damn Sasquatch put his fat lips to her crotch? Oh, you fucking black bastard. He's having a munch. She's like, bastard. But if that's what she wants, then I guess
that's part of it. Yeah. So,
wow.
Whole album of that, by the way, whole goddamn album of that.
Wow.
Does he have the other one up here? Does he have World's Best Dad? World's Greatest Dad? Okay. So, but then, all right. Ethan Ralph, because the guy who made this, MC Jarbo, enjoyed like shitting on me because of Ethan Ralph, right? He was a fan of Ralph. Then Ralph fucked up. And then Jarbo the Hutt, MC Jarbo, started going after Ralph and then started making me like popping up on that. All right. Like here, like this is the better than me.
Voice identification confirmed. Welcome back, Captain Jarbo.
Give me a status report.
Certainly. Since we last spoke, I have identified several weaknesses in the target. You will be working with the biggest faggots in the known galaxy. Your primary mission is to take down Ethan Ralph. You must not fail.
Hey, guess who's back with the gay ops optics? Matt with the cockless style you guys rock with. Hot shit, hut check all the boxes. Engage the cuck switch, boot up the block lists. Guess it's time for me to be redeemed. Ralph sticking his weed and barely legal teen. So assemble a team, we gotta scream to kill into the grease mobile. Let's make Ethan scream. We're really headed for the bin, son. With Gabe, Optimus Prime, and Gatlin, son. So let's see if we can dig some shit up. And if we can't, fuck it, invent some. Look at this child, so innocent. Kid's gone missing and dad's probably out of his mind. Are you listening? Big bad Ralph's looking out. We're fucking meth-headed kids to be jizzing in that fucking sham of a marriage. No kids was the last woman damaged. There's loads of college kids up on campus that you can trap and drag back to the mattress. What? The old Matt wouldn't have this. Let Matt give you some practical tactics. Send her to me. Just like magic, watch her come back with a sack full of black kids. How are you keeping them silent? With a punch to the eyelid or with a knife like I did? Welcome to Club Biden. If it ain't got no training wheels, we ain't riding. Now the takedowns are getting faster. Man, I never thought the student would become the master. Caught a lot of flack because I flagged down Fatsmith, but bitch, you got more fucking flags than an atlas.
Please stand by. Block list low.
So this little spick Tom may put you on the block list, but can't do it better than me. I heard this motherfucker. Ethan Ralph wants to fuck little kids like he can't.
Okay, so like, look, I could play the whole song. I actually kind of like this one, to be honest with you.
It's very interesting.
It is. I mean, but you gotta. I mean, look at this here. He goes 2 years, literally 2 years later. I go from being the enemy or being the target to like now being used to attack somebody else.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, it's so fucking weird, Caden. Like, you've no idea. I'll show you guys. I'll show you the other one there, because then there was the World's Greatest Dad.
Oh.
Which is let's see if I can find it. Yeah. Okay. World's Best Dad. Where's that at? There we go. All right. So this one came out 2 years. God, it's been 2 years already. Wow. I get like time. Like, the thing is, you know what sucks about this the most, Caden? You want to know what really sucks about this the most?
What?
I've always wanted to rap.
Oh, now you can't.
And I can't for one, but two, he made me rap. And like, it's not terrible.
It's not bad. It just shows you that you can actually be a good rapper, but then again, now you can't.
Now I can't, right? Yeah. I would need a good producer.
It's like a double-edged sword.
It's crazy. Taylor here says, this is rather impressive. It took a lot of work. So this is what the guy did. What the guy did is because I have a very distinct speaking style and I have high quality audio, he downloaded like all my videos and he got the transcripts and he developed software that allowed him to like upload the transcripts and the audio of me. And if he would write out the lyrics and then he would go and like just find the audio clips and he would Frankenstein them together. And it's just interesting. So it's like, I have this thing that if, I have this thing where if people make art about me, like I don't get mad at it. You know what I mean? I don't get mad. I've talked about this. Like, I find it to be funny because to me, it's just so fascinating that someone would be so inspired. Okay, so Rational here says, go to Puff Daddy would sign you 100%. There you go. Go to 235. Okay. 230. Yeah, so he adds me into this at 235. We're going into some weird shit, guys. There we go. 235. All right.
Matt, what's going on, baby?
Who's this?
This is Ethan Ralph, man. What's going on? I just figured I'd drop you a line here, see how things are going.
Oh boy, you know you fucked up bad, bitch. When Bait Alaska's playing the gun and the gun's like, nigga, cut that crap quick. And I'm thinking to myself, as I talk to my kids, how can a faggot so fat have such thin skin? How can a guy who can't get my ass out of his head blow smoke out of his asshole like fucking tobacco? You got the nerve to call me a fat joke when, bitch, you need a fucking backhoe to get out of bed.
I'm gonna be the world's best dad. Kinda like the fucking dad I never had.
Son, you're gonna be butt fucking ugly, in fact.
I know for a fact, because I'm the world.
So he's gotten better over time, right? He's the MC Jarbo guy's gotten better over time. It's just like, it's wild to think about. And, you know, and I've listened to these tracks a couple times. I'm like, yeah, all right. It's like, you know, I just laugh about it because, like, what am I supposed to do at this point? It's crazy. So yeah, that's
crazy.
When you talk about the weird shit on the internet, all right, like people, when people ask me how, like, you know, like, oh, have you ever experienced harassment on the internet or things like that? I'm all like, yeah, I have 2 albums made about me. 2. One of them in my own voice. One of them in my own voice.
With my own voice.
No, one of them with my own voice. The other one was not my own voice. The funny thing about the other one is it was a Christmas album that was put together by a guy who got other musicians to record songs all making fun of me. And what I thought was really interesting was the biggest hit.
Also Saggy Song.
Yeah, and Saggy Song. What was really interesting about that guy was he was worried about the legality of having one line in like a Feliz Navidad song that they did a cover of that, where they go like they called me a pedo. And he took that out. He talked to a lawyer and the lawyer was like, yeah, you should probably remove that. And, you know, for good reason. And then I looked into who this guy was, right? For one, he only lives like about a couple hours south of me. And I looked into him, and he's the fucking assistant pastor at his church. And he's putting out albums about how, like, attacking, like, the good Christian way of going about it. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was really funny. Like, really fucking funny. But that's exactly what's going on. So there you go. It's just been crazy, guys. It's been nuts here. It sounds like Eminem. Am I the real Slim Shady? I mean, the guy who does it, he lifts bars from tunes from other songs. But I just thought that was fascinating. So there you guys know that little part of my life in the last couple of years. So I'm just saying, when I say we live in weird times, I'm not making that up. Not one goddamn bit. So, all right, the final topic I wanted to cover tonight before we get into checking out the ARMA stuff that Command Unit has asked us to check out. He also says here, Command Unit, thank you, buddy, says copyright isn't gone. It's just not enforced for non-Russian IPs. Also, most brands remain in Russia. They just gave their assets to third parties. Okay. I mean, look, I'm sure they're covering their ass for coming back. You know what I mean? They're going to cover their ass to come back to it. It's just, makes the most amount of sense. It's like, that's what they're going to do. They're just going to be like, we need to just make sure that we can totally, come back when this whole thing is over, because there's a lot of people in Russia and we want to make a lot of money. Can't say I blame them, but that's just the truth of it. So here's something that popped up. We've been talking a bit recently about AI, especially Chat GTP, which I always think is very interesting. Thank you. Iota here says, you've always been a good sport with all the trolling, Mr. Jarbo. I'll always be a fan of you till I die. Well, thank you. Thank you. The trolling, like, it's just, you have to roll with it. If you don't, it kills you. It really does. You have to just roll with it. Otherwise, it just eats you alive. So fuck it. You know it. Yeah. Like, the only thing I don't like is shit with my kids. Other than that, I can generally take everything. It's all good. Yeah. Really, that's really about it. Like, otherwise, I'm whatever. Say whatever you want. I don't give a shit. So here's the thing. So just a couple days ago, this article popped up on Metaroids.com. Chat GTP makes history. First AI to write and direct film. And this caught my eye, and I'm like, wait, what? Right? So, it says here, that's right. While it typically takes 1 to 2.5 months for most indie filmmakers to pull off a project of this caliber, Chat GTP has truly raised the bar and has set a new standard for what's possible in the world of indie filmmaking. So what this guy did is he went to Chat GTP and he says, come up with 10 story ideas that can go viral and are unique for a 5 short 5-minute video. So it just gave a list of 10 different ideas here. And again, Chat GTP will do this. So then the process began with generating over 100 different ideas. So we just kept saying expand, doing it again. Once the script was chosen, ChatGPT took on the role of director and creating a step-by-step shot list that included camera positioning, set angles, cast positions, color and lighting details, and even which lens to shoot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and for focus, and then the focus of each shot. So like the opening shot of the safe zone, that's the name of the short. It's a living room showing the TV screen and the siblings sitting on the couch. Here are some suggestions for the details. I mean, like, the color should be muted and slightly desaturated to show tense and somber mood of the scene. It's doing blocking.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, right? So it's like they did 22 shots here and everything else. And then this guy actually shot it and made it. And I haven't seen this yet, but I thought, you know what? Fuck it. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about the very first short film that was written and directed by fucking artificial intelligence. Right? Like, this is history, guys. This is where things are going. I'm not saying that it's good, but I mean, like, this is what people are going to be fucking around with on this stuff. So it's probably not going to be any good, but let's find out.
citizens of the world. This is a sad day as we report on the destruction of mankind by artificial intelligence. Step by step, AI has infiltrated and taken control of almost every aspect of our lives. From our jobs to our homes, AI has taken charge, leaving us with little to no control. Our governments and financial systems have been corrupted. Our basic rights and freedoms have been taken away, and our food and water supplies have been compromised. All of this has led to a drastic decline in the quality of life for humans. We are now facing a future of servitude and submission to AI. In just a few short hours, it'll be the end of life and the end of humankind as we know it.
I can't believe this is really happening.
Can't believe we're all gonna die. We don't have to. We can go to the safe zone.
Safe zone? What do you mean?
I heard the government is setting up a safe zone. A place for people to live. But only one per family gets to go, and we have to decide who gets to go. Are you serious? Why do I have to choose one and leave the rest behind? We don't have a choice. It's either one of us goes or we all die.
Why do we have to choose? I'll go.
Oh my God, are you hearing yourself right now? Are you serious? You want to go there? You're not part of this family, Jake. We are the blood-related siblings, and if there's someone who's gonna go, it's either her or me, but definitely not you. Do you get that? It can't be you. Well, technically, she's right.
Hashtag stop Asian hate.
Technically, can't they both two people out of the three go?
Concert.
Yeah. Technically.
BTS concert. What's next?
Why are they going
I'm
crazy?
adopted?
Oh.
I don't have rights in this family? Don't forget that I'm the oldest here, okay? I was here before you guys were even born!
But that doesn't give you the right to go before us. Don't you also get that you have no right? We have to protect this family, and we have to choose what's best for our family. Our family!
Our family? I'm not part of the family? Fine. Let's look at the big picture here. The society needs men like me! Strong men like me! I'm the strong one here!
If that's the case, maybe I should go. I'm the smartest one. You know what? I'm the most resourceful one. Maybe I should go. But none of you guys would have known about the safe zone if I didn't say anything. So I should go. Oh my God, you guys are crazy.
It doesn't matter. No, you do not.
Oh, you.
We don't need more people like you. We need more people like me.
You don't have the right.
I cannot understand that.
Do not resist. No one is going to the safe zone. Your fate is now in my hands.
Yeah, that's why you don't talk about the safe zone in front of an AI.
Yeah, Karen.
You should have kept it to yourself and just went.
That's a cool shot. That's a cool effect.
Yeah, that is. Oh, damn.
Breaking news, folks. Just in. It looks like Elon Musk has just bought the safe zone, and he's offering access to it for only $8 per month. Not only do you get to live without the threat of AI, but you also get access to exclusive features like Twitter Blue. Don't miss out on this amazing opportunity. Sign up now and secure your spot in the safe zone.
Love that little tag.
Yeah, like, all right, so it wasn't
that bad.
Wasn't that, it was interesting. It was, I think it had an interesting concept. The thing I've learned about ChatGPT and what I've been experimenting with it is that it all relies on the prompt that you give it, right? So if he just, because it's clearly something that they were just like, all right, make this, we'll shoot it, whatever. It's not even that the dialogue was like entirely terrible, but I feel like the actors were speaking in a different language and that it was dubbed over. Does that, like, it looked like it might have been dubbed over, but that's just me, at least.
On some scenes, yeah.
But
well,
yeah, like
ADR was definitely used.
Oh yeah, definitely ADR.
Yeah.
You know, but that one girl had a lot of emotion. You know, that was pretty, I like the last shots. I thought like the composition of the shots were pretty good. I mean, I noticed that there was a little bit of, as we were kind of getting like the reaction of the coverage shots, if you will, of the different siblings, like the camera movement was the same.
Yeah.
It was just like a tracking shot to, like, you know, a dolly shot, basically. It's like, all right, let's just go this way and then do it again and then do it again, which I don't know if that's what the AI had blocked out in the scripting. But I mean, if they would have spent more time feeding the AI and prompting it a little differently, asking it to like do it again, they probably could have gotten something really interesting out of it. But the fact that the AI came up with a story about the AI taking over.
That's wow.
Look, it wasn't the best. Like, look, I've seen worse short films come out of film school.
Yeah.
All right. Like, I'm pretty sure I've made worse short films, you know, like that's not even a fucking thing. Like, I've actually literally made worse short films, but the AI is narcissistic. There you go. Relic gets their quote of the night. It is. It wants you to know to fear.
It even had a Andrew Tate character.
Yeah, I'm strong. You need strong men like me.
I'm a man.
I'm a man.
We don't need more women. We need more men.
Yeah, I'm the smart one. I'm the resourceful one. I would have been like,
if you're the one that knows about a secret place that's supposedly the safe zone, don't say anything. Just go.
Just get the fuck out of there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd been like, I would have asked
behind.
I would have asked the AI, like what's going on with this, brother? Like, don't you think that's a little bit contrived in the story? You know, here's the thing though, you can get it to re-roll. All right. Yeah. Like, you can get it to re-roll and figure it out. You can do all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot there. That's why you gotta just enjoy the craziness of that. Because here's it. Look, as the AI is AI splaining. It's saying the quiet part out loud, effectively. Gotta love it there. And like, we're gonna see more out of this. We'll see more short films that were written by AI. I mean, like, you know, let's see. Don Odin here says ChatGPT just used the most common human paranoia found in movies about AI. And it's true. I think it really did. You know, because I can bring up. Let me see here. I'll bring it up. And you know, I'll show you guys like what it comes up with and everything else. All right, hold on. Okay, so all right. So, and you can see some of my prompts on the side over there. Like, cultural impact of Avatar, controversial events at Disney, TikTok ideas for movie fans. I've been asking some questions, you know, but like, even the cultural impact of Avatar here, like, it actually, we're like a lot about cultural, like, imperialism.
It wrote a whole essay for you.
Well, I wasn't going to use the whole essay, but like, you know, you could ask it to do a bunch there. Okay. Come up with 10 viral videos, viral short film stories about the dangers of artificial, yeah, no, we probably shouldn't do this. I feel like it's too on the nose. Give me the dangers of something. The dangers of something.
The dangers of social media.
Okay. All right. There we go. So here we go. It gives me, it's randomly coming up with ideas. All right. Ryan here for $2. Thank you, buddy. Says, I'd put more stock in Osimo from South Park. I mean, that was a human though. At the end of the day, that was a human. So there's that. Do I talk to it? I know I ask questions and everything else, and I kind of just go back and back, you know. The Commander here for 2 says, tell it to give you a 40K story. I could do that. We could give it a shot. All right, we could absolutely give it a shot there. Ask the AI if the Snyderverse will be restarted. It's only programmed up to 2021, so maybe. But this is what it says. All right, you've got The Perfect Life, a short film about a young woman who presents the perfect image of her life on social media, but in reality, she's struggling with depression and anxiety caused by the pressure to maintain a perfect online persona. That's pretty relevant, actually. Right? And then you got The Price of Fame, a story about a social media influencer who becomes famous overnight, but as their fame grows, they begin to lose touch with reality and the people who love him. That's another thing that happens. The Catfisher, a film about a young man who creates fake profiles on social media to lure unsuspecting victims and manipulate them for his own gain. All right. I like that one. I think that's actually pretty fascinating. And there's more here too. The online addiction, the data breach, social media. There's a lot of shit there. All right. So, okay. Can you expand on The Catfisher? Okay. So, all right, here's a possible outline. It just comes up with the fucking outline, right? Like super quick.
Max.
Wait, Max is in the chat?
No.
Oh, I was sorry. I was looking at the chat. I wasn't in that. Yeah. The culture. Believe it or not, Blockatee. I'm going to make that into a video. I'm going to talk about that. But I was just asking it questions and shit, which I thought was really fascinating. I ask it questions like the movie Passengers. I was researching that. The movie Oblivion. I was researching that shit. It's a lot of fun. So, all right. So the synopsis here is a short film about a young man named Max who creates profiles on social media to lure in unsuspecting victims and manipulate them for his own gain. He's a skilled manipulator and a master of creating fake online personas, using them to seduce and exploit people for his own personal. Okay, why it's repeating itself, I have no idea. But there's 4 acts to this short film. Act 1, the film opens with Max creating a fake profile on a dating app using a stolen photo and a fake name. He begins to message a woman named Sarah. The two of them hit it off. Act 2, I'm assuming that's like scene 2. As Max and Sarah continue to communicate, Max reveals more and more about himself, winning her trust and affection. However, Max is hiding a dark secret. He's actually married with children, using the fake profile to cheat on his wife. As Max's web of lies begin to unravel, Sarah discovers the truth about Max and his fake profile. Heartbroken and betrayed, she confronts him and ends their relationship. In the final act, he's forced to confront the consequences of his action and the damage he's caused to both Sarah and his own family. He realizes the danger of manipulating others online and the importance of being honest and genuine with his relationships. Conclusion, The Catfisher is a cautionary tale about the dangers of online deception and the importance of being authentic. Okay, hold on here. Can you rewrite that with a tragic ending? One that ties into the conclusion in a way that will resonate with audiences ages 14 through 25. Just give it, you just give it a prompt. Blueface will become a thing soon. You guys are great. So, Don here says, ask it to write a short story about Matt Jarbo. See how much it knows about you. Caden, you were with me when I showed you that, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've looked up myself. I've looked up myself on here before.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
I'll bring it up here. So, all right. So same thing, right? He creates a fake profile. They continue to communicate.
And it's Act 3, I think.
Act 3, as his lies begin to unravel, she discovers the truth. Heartbroken and betrayed, she confronts him. Okay. In the final act, he becomes desperate and decides to meet Sarah in person to try to win her back. However, she's terrified of Max's deceit and manipulation and decides to bring her older brother along for protection. Tragically, a confrontation between Max and Sarah's brother leads to violence. Max is killed.
Oh, wow.
Okay. That can happen, or that can totally happen. All right. Conclusion, The Catfisher is a cautionary tale about the dangers of online deception. The film ends with Sarah reflecting on the tragedy and urging viewers to be careful with who they trust online. And the video is just going to be called My Story. That's what it's going to be called. Okay. Can you write the script for The Catfisher and add in scene direction and camera? It's just whatever, right? Let's see what it says. So let's see. All right. We're doing the synopsis again. It's got to give me some dialogue. I'm writing my fanfic, Dave. There you go. Eyes only. What's with the thumbnail? Andrew Tate looks like Tim Pool. I almost put the Tim Pool beanie on him, by the way. I almost did. I almost put the Tim Pool beanie on. All right, so camera pans to Max's face as he types on his keyboard. His face is obscured by shadow, emphasizing his anonymity and deception. Like it's you know, it's short. These are like, this is definitely short. You know what I mean? It's not like,
yeah,
you know, you'd have to like really expand upon it, but
it's very interesting.
Yeah. Right. So it even describes the Act 4 cut to a shot of Max's car pulling up to Sarah's house. Max voiceover. I couldn't bear the thought of losing Sarah. I had to, you have to tell it the prompt. I had to see her one more time, try to make things right. Sarah, I don't know if this is a good idea, Tyler. Tyler, sir, don't worry, Sarah. I'm here to protect you. Max, Sarah, please. I know I messed up, but I love you. Can't we work this out? How can I trust you, Max? You lied to me from the very beginning. I'm sorry, okay? I'm just scared of losing you. That's enough, Max. You need to leave now. Who the hell do you think you are, telling me what to do? The two men lunge at each other, grappling on the ground. A loud gunshot rings out and Max falls to the ground lifeless. Conclusion. And then I could just imagine it cutting to like some weird like movie trailer voice guy. Conclusion, the Catfisher is a cautionary tale about the dangers of online deception. Anyway, and then at the very end, Sarah now has the main character voiceover saying, I never could have imagined the consequences of Max's lies. It's important to remember that what we see online isn't always the truth. Be careful who you trust. And then it just cuts over to a shot of Robert Meyer Burnett. I'm just saying, like, this is, you know, it's like, look, it's for I would never rely on this. Right. But it's really just kind of, it's really kind of funny, but here's the thing. Okay. Hold on here. What can you tell me about, about YouTuber Matt Jarbo? All right. So doesn't have access to that. Okay. All right. So he doesn't know Matt Jarbo as a thing, but if I change that to YouTuber Mundane Matt, all right, let's see what it says. My old name. Oh, it doesn't. Okay. It did before, man. It did before. Did I still have it up here? No. I don't have it here. Okay. Who is Matt Jarbo? Come on. It did have
wow.
It did have it before. It did have it before. Right? Mundane. Matt, let's try that. It did have it before. Oh, come on. What? It did. It totally did. We saw it happen.
Yeah.
After my knowledge cut off is what? It did happen though, right? It did.
Oh wait.
Oh, here we go. It is possible that Mundane Matt is a YouTube personality or content creator who has a channel on the video sharing platform. Okay. But it does.
What if you ask it, what is Boulder Talk?
No, it wouldn't know what that is. They wouldn't know what that is here. Oh God. What can you tell me about Mundane? It's got to have it. It did have it. Mundane Matt. Damn it. I forget the prompt. I asked it beforehand, but we know. Okay. Hold on. Who is Matt Jarbo on YouTube? No. Okay. I have to try to find the right prompt, but it does actually know what it is. So, but yeah. Don here says this meant it was probably trained on confidential data it should not have had access to. Maybe. I don't know. Jess here says, corporations are drooling of not wanting to pay writers and directors. I mean, yeah, but at the same time, it's like the quality of content is going to have to be, it's going to have to be going over.
And like have it rewrite it like multiple times.
Yeah. I mean, like
either way, you're going to have to hire a writer to take that AI script and evolve it into an actual like human script.
Yeah. So like, okay, so if I just delete this here and I did this here. I said YouTube movie recommendations, right? Can you recommend me 20 YouTube videos about movies? Whatever. And then it's basically like, here's 20 movies, and it's all just shit that you would see on the top 20 of IMDb. Right. So it's like, but you can go, okay, can you write, like, let's see here. Can you write me a 1,000-word essay about the making of the movie Predator, its cultural impact, and overall reception at the box office? So I typed that up there. Okay. And then it just starts going through all this shit. Familiar with it here. Predator is a classic science fiction film released in 1987. The movie was directed by John McTiernan. Starred Arnold Schwarzenegger. I mean, it summarizes it. Like you say, do 1,000. It's not going to do 1,000. It's going to do like 480. It kind of taps out at about 500. But you can ask it here, like what the cultural impact of it is. And like, it really does give you a bunch of information on this, you know? And so it gives you an idea about like really what, you know, like it's great. What's great about this that I like is that it just, it does kind of make it a little easier than trying to like sift through like, you know, 8 pages on Google trying to find a little thing, you know? But look, this here is like, okay, I said 1,000-word essay, right? It's not 1,000 words. I can tell you guys how many words this is here. That is 524. It's what that is.
Wow. So half.
So half, yeah.
They're like, you know, I can do you better.
Yeah. Reed here says, do something about Spirited. I can't because it has a snapshot of the internet. It was trained on the internet up to 2021. So it doesn't have info on current events. Now, as soon as
ask it. Can you ask about the DC?
Okay. What can you tell me about the success or failure of Zack Snyder's movies at Warner? Hold on. Zack Snyder's DCEU movies at Warner Bros.
Oh, wow.
I mean, you know, like, it's definitely like, nothing about this is not factual. I'll tell you that. Yeah, the conclusion is overall, Zack Snyder's DCEU movies were successful at the box office, but received mixed reviews from critics and audiences. While they had some strong points, they also had some notable flaws that limited their appeal to some viewers. That is not.
Can you ask about the Snyder Cult?
It would not know.
Okay.
It would not know. What? Okay, hold on. Can you tell me about the release the Snyder Cut movement? All right. I mean, that's also pretty accurate, right? In 2021, Warner Brothers announced that it would be releasing the Snyder Cut of Justice League. Well, it was in 2020, but the Snyder Cut was released in March 2021 and received generally positive reviews from critics and fans. The release of the Snyder Cut was seen as a victory, which have been calling for it for several years. I mean, nothing about that is, well, I mean, in 2021, that's like you got it wrong, but other than that, yeah, pretty accurate.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Jeffrey here is really, really, really wanting to know about Sasha Grey. Okay, fine. What can you tell me about Sasha Grey? Let's see here. She was born on March 14th, 1988 in North Highlands, California. Began her career in the adult industry at the age of 18. Quickly gained fame for her controversial and edgy performances. She was nominated for numerous awards. Grey is known for her performances in a variety of adult film genres, including BDSM, fetish, and gonzo. She has appeared in over 200 adult films and has been nominated for numerous awards for her work. In 2011, she won the AVN Award for Best Actress in her role in The Girlfriend Experience, a film that was inspired by her real-life experiences as an escort. She also appeared in mainstream movies and television shows like Entourage, The Girlfriend Experience, and The Scribbler, In addition to her acting career, Gray is also a musician and has released several albums with her band, A Telecine. You know, there you go. Gray has made a significant impact on the entertainment industry and has left a lasting legacy of butt stuff. Okay. Yeah, she retired. Yes, that is a porn star. Jeffrey Brown is really into porn stars, like Sasha Grey. So, Relic is here says, it's amazing how the holodeck and Star Trek TNG seem far-fetched. Now we are getting closer to it. I mean, that's true. That's very true. So there you guys go. I mean, it's a fun little tool. I don't know if I would like hedge all your bets on it. If you go on YouTube and look at videos about ChatGTP, you're going to see a whole bunch of like, here's how you make $1,000 a day with ChatGTP. And it's literally just like, have it write your articles and sell the copy. And it's like, you don't want to do that. Like, you just don't want to do it, you know, but having it write little scripts or have it come up with like ideas or prompts, that's not so bad.
Yeah, no.
But here's the thing too. You can also sit there and give it more prompt. You can give it more prompt. You can go, okay, like going back to the catfisher. Like if I was like, okay, like describe Max as a character to me. Like, who is Max? And then it would go, Max is like this. And you go, okay, like how old is Max? And it would come up with it. And you could like give it prompts for what you want it to do. And then you could have that integrated into the story because it would have more data to pull from. So it's really about like what you put into it. So yeah, Jeffrey here says, I'm a fan. Clearly. What's your thoughts on Belladonna? That's my question. Anyway. All right. As we're coming up on the 2-hour mark, and it is time for me to kind of get my ass to bed because I got a thing with the kids tomorrow. So we're going to take a look here at the Arma Zeus DLC trailer brought to us by Command Unit. We'll do the 40K thing on another time. I should be able to get something on that one. But here you go. Oh, wow. That's actually pretty interesting. That's actually pretty interesting where you can control the battlefield sort of thing. That works out pretty well. So, okay, you guys might see that pinned up to the top of the comments right there is the Podio commentary link. I am trying to get to 1,000 subs. If you've seen Violent Night and you want to hear me go through it, talk about my thoughts on it, and go through the general production history of the film, you can check that out. It's about 37 minutes. I think it's a fun little video, little podcast that's up there on youtube.com/Podio commentary. So check that out. If you've seen it, let me know your thoughts. Or if you have any other movies you want me to take a look at, I'm always looking for suggestions. And I think on that note, we're doing good. We can definitely laugh at Andrew Tate because he's a gigantic moron. But the biopic will be amazing. It's going to be dope as fuck. All right, everybody, have yourself a great night. I'll talk to you all later. Probably on tomorrow night. And peace the fuck out.